It's Sherri from A Quilting Life, and I'm here today with the July block of the month. It is Monday, July 3rd, and so if you're in the United States, we've got the 4th of July tomorrow. Happy 4th of July. But let's go ahead and I will talk about this month's block, which is super simple, fast, fun, and easy. But I also have that information for you on the other setting arrangement that I talked about. I will talk about it a little bit more as we get into the video, but I did mention it back in January. I've been getting some emails, and now that the Favorite Things collection is out that I've been using for the majority of my blocks, I wanted to be able to get all that information to you so you can get your fabric. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. As I mentioned earlier, this is a really fast and fun block. For my large block, I used 4 different prints, and I also used 4 different backgrounds. So really like how that turned out. For my small block, if you've been following along with the videos, I have some blocks where I've been using this background and some with the white. So I decided to do 2 with the tone on tone and 2 with the print. And so really like how that turned out. And I used 2 different reds and 2 different greens. If you're sewing along with the brights, the pattern actually shows 2 pinks and 2 greens, but I think it'd be super cute to do 4 different colors as well. And this is just a really simple mix of squares and half square triangles. And I pressed almost everything, the half square triangles, I pressed most of them open. I think that was supposed to be open. And I pressed a lot of these seams open just so that it would be very flat. Now, the link to this month's pattern is in the description. I also want to mention, just to give more clarification about what I talked about in the beginning. So when I first designed this quilt, I designed a layout with 12 of the 12-inch blocks, and then I designed a second layout with all 12 of the 6-inch finished blocks. But when I started sewing and realized that I was going to use reds and greens for both of my blocks, I really wanted to also design a third layout that utilizes all 12 of these blocks and all 12 of these blocks. And so I got that designed, and I'm really happy with it. And so I do have those fabric requirements available for you. Okay, I do want to tell you that with that new layout, there will be 4 additional 6-inch blocks that you will be making. And so that is referred to as contrast blocks for the yardage. They are a simple block. If you didn't want to make them, you wouldn't have to. I am actually going to make mine for this quilt using the light gray fabric from Favorite Things, so just to kind of give you a heads up. And then there are 6 of those that are in the setting that are a smaller size, and so I will be making those gray too. So when you see contrast block and the contrast block for sashing, you will know that that's what I'm going to use my gray fabric for. But you could use any color. You could use a red or a pink or a green, or if you're doing the brights, you could pick any color that you like. And so I will have just a really simple little PDF that you can print with the fabric requirements for that new setting. And we already gave you all the information for the other 2 settings. So I'll have all that information so that you can get, at this point you probably do know if you're going to make, your quilt just with the large blocks or just with the small, or if you're working to put them together. So we will have that information for you. And I do want to mention also that this Favorite Things yardage, you might want to get what you need for finishing your quilt now, because it is already unavailable from Moda. So if you see a shop online or in person and they have it, you should probably pick up what you need. I will have some finishing fabrics available that will be similar to what, or the same, similar or the same to what I'm going to do, available in my Etsy shop, but I won't have a lot. So just keep that in mind. And it is a mystery quilt, so I'm not going to show you what it looks like, but I really think it turned out really cute, that additional setting. I will give you the size right now of that other quilt. Okay, if you do make the quilt with the large and the smaller blocks, it's 56.5 by 71.5. It could easily go up 10 inches both ways if you added a 5 or 6 inch border on the outside. So it really could make a nice bed-size quilt if you did do an additional border. And I think I'll actually have that on the PDF as well, just the yardage, just in case you want to make that a little bit bigger. But this will definitely, you know, whereas the quilt with just the 12 blocks is going to be just a lap quilt, and this quilt with just the 12 small ones is just a wall hanging, the quilt with both of them will be a really nice size. Okay, so that's it for the July block of the month. As I mentioned, you will need to go to my blog to click the link in the description to head over to my blog and get this month's pattern. But then also there is a separate link for you to go to get the fabric requirements for the setting layout that I mentioned in today's video as well. So those are two different places that you're going to have to go to get that information. It's just to make it easier for me for having the landing page information all together for people who join in late. So, but both of those links will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoy making these really fast and fun blocks this month. If you enjoyed today's video, please share it with a friend, hit the like button, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for stopping by.